AR and VR are changing storytelling and experiencing stories. As compared to traditional formats, VR and AR would provide more immersive experience in which the audience could become active participants of the experience instead of a passive viewer. Such transitions bring the limitless possibilities of creativity, providing thinking and emotional, cognitive, and sensory dimensions. It can be walking through a memory or solving puzzles in a fictional world. Immersive technology alters the interplay we have with unrealities. These instruments do not only complement storytelling but also transform the way we perceive reality, at the same time combining imagination and interaction into fascinating new combinations. It is a presentation that examines the way popular virtual and augmented reality technologies are revolutionizing storytelling. We shall start by present the important technologies in use today and how the devices affect the design and emotion of tales. We will review some case studies of successful immersive storytelling, discuss what new narrative forms and design opportunities exist, and consider the immersive feeling that is provided by these mediums on a deeper level. Additionally, you will ever be able to find the comparison between VR and AR, along with the direction that future is taking and the ethical and accessibility issue with them in the future. Last but not least, we will conclude with how such technologies enable collaborative storytelling and user generated storytelling. So, the concept of extended reality, both virtual and augmented reality, is redefining the space of the narrative. XR is not merely a little movie screen to you, it immerses you into a story. This is one medium through which people connect on an emotional level and become engaged in a manner that has never been possible before. Virtual environment allows replicating a real-world crisis situation, learning empathy, or acquiring critical skills. What is special about it is the fact that it evokes true feelings due to realism and interactivity. Such characteristics make the users participants. It is not just the process of observing the path of a character, but about joining the process. And this is why XR storytelling becomes popular in several fields. So, without further ado, let us see some of the prominent sites behind immersive storytelling. MetaQuest 3 delivers wireless VR of high quality suitable to interact with virtual fiction and simulations. The Vision Pro device by Apple places emphasis on mixed reality that means a combination of both physical and virtual spaces. The HoloLens 2, made by Microsoft, is commonly used in the process of AR training and education experiences. Such devices embrace strong development ecosystem and strong processes. Their ease of usage and friendly interface help storytellers develop content that is friendly to use. Coming to the present era with hardware still in development that is more lightweight and accurate in tracking, these tools now lay at the center of contemporary narrative practices. A VR AR storytelling makes watching a passive experience but an active one. Rather than letting a character make their way along narrative, user plays the primary role in it, making choices, exploring situations, and shaping events. Such interactivity enhances sensible and expand emotions. When the experience put the user into first-person point of view of a refugee or a child in his imagination, users are able to feel more involved into the experience or on personal level. Such experiences are adaptable and can be real-time customized, containing dynamic, non-linear paths. Immersive storytelling, consequently, offers not only an entertaining experience but already educational, empathetic, and socially conscious resources. Numerous successful storytelling projects evolved during the past year. Wolves in the Walls is a VR narrative which is the viewer plays the role of a character who assists a little girl to unravel some secrets. The Line is a physically immersive VR story created to show the beauty of animation narrating about love and routine. A similar case is the virtual lecture, a platform intended to be used during the education process that co-creates stories, AR and VR elements are involved. Such projects are interesting as interaction, agency, and emotional involvement are strongly intertwined with an appealing story. Although VR and AR provide a potent emerge of new storytelling tools, there are certain new challenges. On the one hand, they create different paths, interactivity, and user presence. Such features allow less rigid and customized experience. Alternatively, these liberties have the potential to bring in narrative complications. The absence of a sound structure can make the users lost or disconnected. There is a very thin line that designers have to walk in order to get the proper balance between freedom and clarity. In addition to that, there is also the possibility of abstract experiences due to technical shortcomings, motion sickness, or inaccessibility. The attraction of VR and AR is the immersion. Spatial audio will make sure that the sound varies according to the place and increases realism. Vibrations or textures via haptic feedback ensure more engagement. Tracking of the hands and making body movements adds a personal feeling of presence in the story. All these tools are used to immerse the users to have a feeling that they are in a world of narrative. Trusting immersion is done correctly, users lose the awareness that there is a headset on a headset on, and they hold the device in their hands. Such mental state intensifies emotional response and memory long term, which makes the narrative stronger and memorable. So, virtual reality and augmented reality are different in telling stories. VR immerses the user that in an entirely virtual world and blocks out the physical one. This is what makes it perfect in the concept of full immersion, where everything is built. AR, however, digitalizes the real world by superimposing the virtual onto the reality so that stories can blend with the real world. AR is capable of making the user through an exhibit in the museum or making the exhibit of the books in the classroom. Both approaches influence the delivery of narratives. VR allows full control of the visual and sounds, whereas AR has to be adjusted to unforeseeable environments. So, immersive storytelling has future prospects that are very exciting. The stories made with the help of AI will track the behavior and preferences of the actual user on the fly, which will provide them with a personalized experiences. 5G network will enable the fastest usage of streaming as well as interaction in VR and AR environments with a high fidelity. The eye tracking will aid systems to determine that the user is paying attention to and dynamically altering the narratives. Such developments may result in more receptive, emotional, and clever stories. With the shrinking of hardware and making more accessible in the future, we may see storytelling to be more inclusive and portable. Although VR and AR open huge possibilities to the creativity, there are some ethical and accessibility issues to be cleared. Sensitive user data shouldn't be looked at. This can be eye movement or emotional responses. Expensive headphones and smartphones restrict the ability of people to access them, causing a digital divide. Also, the content creators should make numerous representations to exclude pre- prejudice and inclusions. User well-being may also be affected by physical disorientation or discomfort. Lucky Labs believes in responsible storytelling and through full design, privacy protection, and pursuing equity. The responsibility of developers and educators is to advance immersive storytelling to become a safe and accessible experience to all the audiences. The immersive technology is one of the strongest features because of building collaboration and co creation. The narration does not always need to be one way. Platforms have made people involved in making and altering stories. They are co authors because they are using AR filters, interactive social media, and VR creation tools and creating content. Learning spaces. Online learning, such as lecture, fosters the capacity of students to create and share their narratives. This partitionary produce practice is promotive of creativity, collaboration, as well as individualization. The immersive storytelling can be reddened meaningfully by providing the user's agency in the storytelling, since audiences tend to invest their emotions in the stories and they are empowered to create. So, in a nutshell, VR and AR are no mere trends. They are the future of storytelling on its own. They enable the users to experience the story and not just read it out. These platforms provide a freedom of creativity like no other, with tools that allow greater immersion, interactivity, and personalization, as well as in entertainment, education, journalism, or therapy, even. Immersive storytelling is forging more emotional ties and more formidable memories. So, these are my references also. Thank you.